What is up, my SEO business family? It's your boy IQ back with another banger video, and this time we're diving deep into the trenches of Warzone 3. Listen up, because these loadouts are going to absolutely transform your game. We're breaking down the top 10 loadouts in Warzone 3, featuring the best assault rifles, SMGs, and the ultimate Kar98k class setup. We're talking absolute lasers for those long-range engagements, absolute beasts for those close-quarters battles, and everything else in between. Whether you're looking for the new Warzone best class, the BO6 Warzone Meta Loadout, or the best SMG in Warzone, we've got you covered. Get ready to drop in, dominate, and rack up those wins like never before. Let's get right into it. Alright, starting off strong with the bread and butter of any good Warzone loadout, the assault rifle. Now, I know you guys love to debate this one in the comments, but trust me when I say this bad boy is an absolute laser beam. We're talking about the name of assault rifle, and let me tell you why this thing is dominating the meta right now. First off, the recoil control. It's practically non-existent. This thing shoots like it's on rails. I'm talking straight lasers. You can beam people from across the map with ease. And don't even get me started on the time to kill. This thing melts through enemies faster than you can say SEO business. The name of assault rifle is also incredibly versatile. It's got a fast reload, decent mobility, and can hold its own in close to medium range engagements as well. The only downside is the iron sights, but that's easily fixed with the right optic. For the optic, I recommend the name of optic. Next up, the barrel. We're going with the name of barrel for that extra range and bullet velocity. Now, for all you aggressive players out there, I know you're itching to get your hands on an SMG, and trust me, I got you covered. We're talking about the name of SMG, and this thing is an absolute beast in close quarters combat. First things first, this thing has a ridiculous fire rate. I'm talking about melting people before they even know what hit them. You get caught someone reloading, you flank them the right way, forget about it, they're toast. The name of SMG is surprisingly accurate for its class, especially when you control that recoil. You can land headshots with this thing like it's nobody's business. How's this thing move? Fast. Like really fast. You can zip around corners, strafe like a maniac, and catch enemies completely off guard. This is the SMG you want if you like to be aggressive and dictate the pace of the fight. It does have a slight weakness range. That's why it's important to pair this SMG with the right loadout, which is what we're going to talk about right now. Alright, now it's time to cater to my snipers out there. If you're looking to lock down sight lines and punish anyone who dares to step foot in the open, the Kar98k is your go-to weapon. But you gotta build it right, and that's where this ultimate class setup comes in. First and foremost, we're talking about one-shot headshots. That's the name of the game with the Kar98k, and this setup is going to maximize your chances of clicking heads and racking up those kill streaks. The Kar98k is known for its bolt action speed, and this setup is going to make it feel even faster. We're talking about shaving milliseconds off that reload time, giving you the edge in those clutch moments where every second counts. Sure, it excels at long range, but with the right attachments you can actually hold your own in close to medium range engagements. Use cover, use your surroundings to your advantage, and try to anticipate enemy movements. Listen up, because this next loadout is a throwback to the glory days of Black Ops Cold War. That's right, we're bringing back a classic, the BO6 Meta Loadout, and let me tell you, this thing still slaps in Warzone 3. We're talking about the name of BO6 weapon, and this thing is an absolute beast. It might not be the newest kid on the block, but trust me, it can still hang with the best of them. And the best part? A lot of you probably already have this thing leveled up so you can jump right into the action. It's got a great time to kill, manageable recoil, and decent range. It's a true jack-of-all-trades weapon that can handle pretty much any situation you throw at it. And when you put it all together, you've got yourself a recipe for success, even in the sweaty lobbies of Warzone 3. Metas change. What's good today might be trash tomorrow. Alright, now that we've covered some specific loadouts, let's talk about some general tips and tricks that are going to elevate your game to the next level. These are things that the pros do, and once you master them, you're going to see a noticeable improvement in your gameplay. First and foremost, movement. Movement is king in Warzone, and the better you are at moving around the map, the harder you are to kill. Practice sliding, jumping, and using your surroundings to your advantage. Don't be a sitting duck out in the open. Next up, communication. If you're playing with a squad, communication is key. Call out enemy positions, share loot, and coordinate your attacks. A well-coordinated team can easily take down a squad of randoms, even if they have better aim. Spend some time in the firing range, practice your aim on bots, and get comfortable with different weapon types. Knowing the ins and outs of the map can give you a huge advantage. Let's switch gears and talk about a loadout that's all about adaptability. This is for my players who like to be ready for anything, who thrive in chaos and can handle any situation that comes their way. This is the most versatile loadout in Warzone 3. At the core of this loadout is the name of weapon. Now you might be thinking, IQ, that's not exactly a meta-defining choice. And you're right, it's not. But that's the beauty of this loadout. It's not about using the best weapon in the game, it's about using a weapon that can adapt to any situation. The name of weapon excels in that sweet spot between close to medium range engagements. It's got enough punch to handle close quarters fights, but it's also accurate enough to beam people at a distance. We're going with a combination that maximizes your survivability and gives you the tools you need to outsmart and outmaneuver your opponents. This perk combination is all about staying one step ahead of the enemy. Alright, let's talk about a loadout that's specifically designed for those of you who like to engage at that sweet spot mid-range. This loadout is all about controlling the flow of the fight, keeping enemies at bay, and landing those satisfying shots that make your opponent's rage quit. The star of the show here is the name of weapon. Now this weapon might not be the flashiest or the most talked about, but trust me, it's a hidden gem in Warzone 3. It's got a fantastic time to kill at mid-range, and with the right attachments, you can practically eliminate its recoil. We're going with a combination that prioritizes accuracy, range, and recoil control. We want to be able to laser people from a distance, and this setup is going to make that happen. The perks and equipment you choose are just as important. For this loadout, we're going with a setup that enhances your awareness and gives you the tools you need to win those crucial gunfights. This perk combination is all about staying one step ahead of the enemy. Now for all my solo queue warriors out there, I know the struggle is real. You're constantly getting matched up against pre-made squads, and it feels like the odds are always stacked against you. But fear not, because this next loadout is specifically designed to give you an edge in those solo queue battles. We're talking about a loadout that's all about self-sufficiency, survivability, and outplaying your opponents. The core of this loadout is a weapon that's both powerful and versatile. The name of weapon. This weapon is a true all-rounder, capable of handling close quarters fights, mid-range engagements, and even some long-range sniping if you're feeling spicy. Ghost will keep you off enemy UAVs and heartbeat sensors, making it much harder for them to track your movements. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about a loadout that's specifically designed for all you team players out there. You know who you are, the ones who are always looking out for their squad, the ones who are willing to sacrifice their KD for the win. This loadout is all about supporting your team, locking down objectives, and making sure your squad stays one step ahead of the enemy. Now when it comes to weapons, we're not going for anything too flashy or aggressive here. We want something that's reliable, consistent, and can hold its own in a variety of situations. This weapon might not have the highest time to kill or the fastest fire rate, but it's incredibly accurate, easy to control, and can lay down a lot of suppressing fire. And when you're playing with a team, suppressing fire is crucial. Restock will keep your lethal and tactical equipment topped up, allowing you to constantly harass the enemy and keep them on their toes. Alright, this last loadout is for all my aggressive players out there. You know who you are, the ones who like to push the pace, the ones who live for those high-kill games, the ones who aren't afraid to make a play. This loadout is all about speed, aggression, and putting the fear of God into your opponents. We're talking about a loadout that's designed to get you up close and personal with the enemy, melt them down before they even know what hit them, and leave a trail of destruction in your wake. At the heart of this loadout is a weapon that's practically synonymous with aggression, the name of weapon. This thing is a beast in close quarters combat, capable of shredding through enemies with its blistering fire rate and devastating damage output. Double time will double the duration of your tactical sprint, allowing you to close the gap on enemies quickly and efficiently. There you have it, my SEO business family. 10 absolute game-changing Warzone 3 loadouts that are going to have you dominating the competition in no time. Remember, it's not just about the weapons themselves, it's about mastering the fundamentals, communicating with your team, and adapting to the ever-changing meta. Whether you're a casual player or grinding for wins, these Warzone 3 meta loadouts will give you the edge in every gunfight. Subscribe for more OP loadouts and Warzone meta updates. And while you're at it, hit that like button harder than you hit those headshots. Let me know in the comments which loadout you're most excited to try out, and be sure to share this video with your squad so you can all run riot on Caldera together. Until next time, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the Warzone. Peace.